The footage of the closed-door training session between Devon Larratt and Levan Saginashvili, recorded in Switzerland, has now come to light. It was not a test on a competition table, but on a standard table, with sweaters placed on the surface to protect their elbows. It was an environment less familiar for Levan and more favorable to Devon's tactics, as it removed the constraints of the pads and the usual rules. From the very first grip, they went straight into the straps. Devon sought a high position over Levan's hand and tried to apply back pressure and pronation to bend his wrist, but Levan stayed solid, containing him without difficulty. Levan allowed Devon to initiate the attack with his open toproll. Devon applied heavy pressure, pushing himself to his limit, yet Levan maintained his arm position the entire time. Devon could not move him and eventually realized Levan was being somewhat indulgent, simply absorbing the attacks without counterattacking, keeping his arm and wrist almost completely immovable. The next pull was a bit different. Levan looked slightly more uncomfortable and put in more effort to withstand the attacks, especially the pressure on his wrist. Devon leaned to one side of the table and managed to create some movement in Levan's arm, even bending his wrist slightly. In the final pull, Devon tried again, and the story repeated itself. Levan never felt compelled to attack. He seemed intent on giving Devon room to work. Even so, his arm and wrist remained nearly unmoved. Devon attacked sideways, leaned again toward one side of the table, and Levan's arm shifted slightly, with his wrist bending a bit. Devon adjusted his grip upward and made one more attempt. The session ended with both arm wrestlers exhausted and pumped. Devon was satisfied with the training. Levan acknowledged that Devon felt very strong, and Devon asked whether he had noticed any change in his hand, as if it had grown stronger. In conclusion, although the training was very revealing, Levan remains the undisputed number one. For Devon, this session serves mainly as data gathering ahead of a possible match late next year.